Hello students, myself Kale SL, Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's RBNB College Rampur, 11 Science Mathematics Part 2, Lecture number 6, Chapter number 1st Complex Number and Exercise 1.3. In the previous video lecture, we have completed Exercise 1.1 and today we start here Exercise 1.3. Exercise 1.2 is deleted for the academic year 2021, that is 2021. Some part of exercise 1.2 is deleted, so directly we start here exercise 1.3. in this exercise we want to see Argand diagram or a complex plane. Now what is the meaning of Argand diagram or a complex number? Suppose here a complex number z is equal to x plus iy, xy belongs to R and I is equal to under root of minus 1 is expressed as a point in the plane whose coordinates are ordered pair xy. Means z is equal to x plus iy, this is the complex number and we denote this complex number in the plane by the ordered pair xy. Suppose let z is equal to x plus iy be a complex number, then the point p of xy represents the complex number z is equal to x plus iy. That means z is equal to x plus iy. This x plus iy complex number is nothing but the ordered pair xy. And this ordered pair xy, we draw this point in the plane. We have plot points in the plane in the school level. Now here z is x plus iy, this complex number is denoted by the ordered pair xy and we denote this point in the plane and that plane is called as the complex plane. Here x is the real part of z. We know that for this complex number x plus iy, x is the real part. So that real part is represented on the x-axis and y is the imaginary part of this complex number z. It is represented on y-axis. So x-axis is called as a real axis. This x-axis is called real axis and y-axis is called imaginary axis. So if we consider here x-axis and y-axis, this is the real axis and this is imaginary axis, and consider this real part x and this imaginary part y, and we draw the point P here. So this point P of x, y represent the complex number z is equal to x plus iy. Get it? And this was firstly shown by the scientist Argand, and so we call here diagram as a Argand diagram or complex plane. For example, here suppose z is equal to 2 plus 3i. Z is equal to 2 plus 3i. This is the complex number. So this is denoted by ordered pair 2, 3. In ordered pair, first number is the real part of that complex number and second number is the imaginary part of that complex number, and this real part 2 is on the x-axis while imaginary part is on the y-axis. Then we plot this point 2, 3. Suppose here 2, here suppose 2 and here suppose 3, or we may take here suppose 2, here 2 and here suppose 3. So this point 2, 3 is here, 2, 3 like this. So if we know the complex number, we draw the point according to that complex number and that diagram is called as Argand diagram. Now here modulus of z. If z is equal to a plus ib be a complex number. Since it is a complex number, we denote by the point in the complex plane. Suppose here this is the P of AB, point P of AB, means here point here A and here B, and we plot this point P of AB. which represent the complex number z is equal to a plus ib. And this distance, we join this point P and O, this is the distance OP, that is the distance of the point P from the origin, it is denoted by R, and R is equal to mod of Z. R is equal to mod of Z. From this point P we draw perpendicular here, so PM is the perpendicular to real axis, and so this distance is B, means this distance is B and this distance is A, so this is P of AB point, which represent the complex number Z is equal to A plus IB. Then mod of Z we denote it by R, that is under root of, how we find mod of Z, modulus of complex number, we find it as under root of real part square, a square, real part square, plus b square, imaginary part square, and that is nothing but the distance of the point P from the origin. So R is equal to mod of Z. Mod of Z is nothing but the distance of that point P from the origin. Next here, argument of Z. Argument of Z, or we may call it as a amplitude of Z. It is denoted by theta. So what is theta here? If we consider here point P of AB, which represent the complex number Z is equal to A plus IB, and join that point P to O, then OP is the mod of Z, and this OP makes an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis. This OP makes an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis. This theta is nothing but the argument of Z, or amplitude of Z. So theta is angle made by OP with positive direction of x-axis. Now from this figure we can find here cos theta, sin theta, tan theta, etc., and from that we find the value of theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side upon this R, so A upon R, cos theta is A upon R. Sin theta is equal to opposite side B upon this hypotenuse R, and tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side, that is tan theta is equal to B upon A. Now here we want to find theta, argument or amplitude, so we can find this theta using these formulas, but here we use tan theta is equal to B upon A. From this, theta is equal to, we carry this tan to right hand side, so theta is equal to tan inverse of B upon A. We know that when 2x is equal to 5, then we carry this 2, so we get here x is equal to 5 upon 2. We have seen this. So here equation is tan theta is equal to B upon A, and we want to carry this tan, only tan. So it becomes tan to the power, here we write minus 1, tan to the power minus 1, and this part we take in bracket, and we read it as tan inverse of B upon A. So we can find theta using this formula, theta is equal to tan inverse of B upon A. Means here B upon A is the value of the angle for the tangent ratio. We have to find that. B upon A is the value for the angle of tan. So we must know the table of tan. That is what is tan 0, tan 30, tan 45, tan 60, tan 90, etc. If we know the values of tan, we can find here theta. So in this way we find here modulus of Z and theta. Modulus of Z, it is denoted by R. Mod of Z is equal to under root of this A square plus B square, and theta, we find theta, that is argument of Z, using the formula theta is equal to tan inverse of B upon A. Now here next, polar form of a complex number. Next here, polar form of a complex number. Let Z is equal to A plus IB be a complex number. z is equal to a plus ib be a complex number, it is denoted by point P of AB in the complex plane. Okay, so here suppose x-axis we call it as a real axis and this as a y-axis we call it as an imaginary axis, and here O we call in the Cartesian coordinate system origin, but in polar coordinate system we call it as a pole. Suppose we call it as a pole. Now here z is equal to a plus ib is represented by the ordered pair AB in the plane. Suppose here A and here B, here A and here suppose B, and so the point is here P of AB. P of AB. Join this point P to O, we get here OP. Okay, or draw perpendicular from point P on the real axis. So this distance is A and this distance is B. Since this distance is B, so this distance also B. Okay, this angle is of 90 degree. We call this as PM. And this angle is theta. It is the argument. And this distance OP, we call it as R is equal to mod of Z. R is equal to mod of Z. Now here measure of angle XOP, measure of angle XOP is equal to theta, and length of OP, R is equal to length of OP, that is the distance of the point P from the origin, that we denote it as a mod of Z, and it is equal to under root of A square plus B square, we know it. So here measure of angle XOP, measure of angle XOP, it is theta, and R is equal to length of OP. R is length of OP. So if we know theta and R, if we know here theta and R only, then also we can plot the point P. And these are called the here P of R theta, P of R theta are called polar coordinates. Polar coordinates. This P of R theta, these are called the polar coordinates of point P. Of point P. That means this P of AB and P of R theta, if we know R theta, we can plot the same point P. When we know the point coordinate AB or ordered pair AB, then we plot the point P. But if we know the distance of the point P from the origin, that is R, and that OP makes an angle theta with positive direction of x-axis, means R and theta are known, then also we can plot the point P. Then R theta are called the polar coordinates of the point P. Get it? And now from figure here we have to write the polar form of a complex number. Here complex number is Z is equal to A plus IB. What is its a polar form? Means we have to write this Z in terms of R and theta. So for that purpose, from this figure, cos theta. What is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to adjacent side A upon this hypotenuse R. Get it? Sin theta is equal to opposite side B divided by this R. And from this we get this A is equal to carry this R. So A is equal to R cos theta. So we write A on the left side and R cos theta. And here take R, carry this R to left side. Only write here B is equal to R and sin theta, R into sin theta. We get the value of A and B. Therefore, Z is equal to A plus IB. Complex number Z is equal to A plus IB becomes, it is equal to, put the value of A. A is here R cos theta. R cos theta plus I. Put the value of B. B is R sin theta. R sin theta. Here R, we take R common. So R in the bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. Z is equal to R in the bracket cos theta plus I sin theta is the polar form. Is the polar form of complex number Z. Z is equal to A plus IB. So Z is equal to R in the bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. It is called the polar form of the complex number Z is equal to A plus IB. This complex number A plus IB we write in terms of R and theta. R and theta. So when we write complex number in terms of R and theta, it is the polar form of the complex number. So next here, exponential form. Exponential form. In school level, we know here e to the power I theta, that is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the formula. E to the power I theta, it is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Now just we have seen Z is equal to A plus IB. This complex number we write in terms of R theta, means polar form, that is R in the bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the polar form. Z is equal to R in the bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. Now this cos theta plus I sin theta is e to the power I theta. So Z is equal to R into e to the power I theta. Z is equal to R into e to the power I theta is the exponential form. Is the exponential form of complex number Z. So this is the exponential form. Z is equal to R into e to the power I theta. Z is equal to R in the bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the polar form, and Z is equal to A plus IB is the complex number, where A and B these are nothing but real number, and I is equal to under root of -1. So this is the basic concept of Argand diagram or complex plane. Then modulus of Z, argument of Z, what is polar form and exponential form. Now we start here exercise 1.3. Exercise 1.3, question number first. Find the modulus and amplitude for each of the following complex numbers. First problem, question first. Find the modulus. Find the modulus and amplitude for each of the following complex numbers. First example, 7 minus 5i. 7 minus 5i. So solution of this, let 7 minus 5i, compare this 7 minus 5i with a plus ib or a plus bi. We may write here a plus ib or a plus bi. Therefore we get here a as a real part. A is equal to 7 and b is equal to minus 5. Coefficient of I here b, here coefficient of I is minus 5. Now we have to find here modulus. Modulus is denoted by mod of Z. Modulus is denoted by mod of Z. We may call this as Z. So mod of Z is equal to, formula is under root of a square plus b square. So it is equal to under root of, put the value of a, that is 7 square, plus b as minus 5 square. So here 7 square is 49 and minus 5 square is plus 25. Minus square is positive. So here it is equal to under root of 74. This is the mod of Z. Now we have to find here amplitude, means we have to find here theta. To find theta, we use here formula theta is equal to, theta means amplitude of Z. Amplitude of Z is theta is equal to tan inverse of B upon A. Theta is equal to tan inverse of B upon A. Now here tan inverse of, put the value of B. B is here minus 5 and upon A is here 7. Now there is one formula, tan inverse of minus theta is equal to minus tan inverse of theta. So it is equal to minus tan inverse of theta is here 5 upon 7. So this is the theta. This 5 upon 7 is not the standard, it is not in the table of tan, because we know the tan of theta or values of tan. Here theta and the values of tangent ratio, suppose 0, tan of 0, sin 0 upon cos 0, that is 0. Then tan of 30 degree, we know 30 degree it is 1 upon under root 3. Tan of 45 degree, we know it is 1. Tan of 60 degree it is root 3. Then 90 degree it is infinity. So these are the values of tan. So if there is 0, 1 upon root 3, 1 root 3 infinity here, then we have these angles. These are the thetas. So this is not the value, 5 by 7 is not in the table of tangent ratio. So we put this theta as it is. So this is the value of mod of Z and theta. Now second problem here, root 3 plus root 2i. Root 3 plus root 2i. Call this as Z. Let Z is equal to root 3 plus root 2i. We call it as a plus ib. We compare with a plus ib. And therefore we get here a is equal to under root 3. B is equal to under root of 2. We have to find the modulus. So mod of Z is equal to under root of a square plus b square. So it is equal to under root of, put the value of a, that is root 3 its square, plus b root 2 its square. So it is equal to under root of this square root and square get cancelled. So 3, here also square root square get cancelled, 2, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So mod of Z is root 5. Now we find amplitude. So amplitude of Z is theta is equal to tan inverse of B upon A. So it is equal to tan inverse of, we put the value of B as root 2, B root 2 divided by A root 3. So it is equal to tan inverse of this root 2, this root and root we write in single root, that is root of 2 upon 3. So this is theta is equal to tan inverse of root of 2 upon 3. That is not in the table of tan. So we write theta like this. So this is the solution of second problem. Now third problem solve yourself, or third problem. Minus 8 plus 15i. Minus 8 plus 15i. So we call this as Z. Z is equal to minus 8 plus 15i. Compare with a plus bi. So what is a here? A is real part, that is minus 8, and b is here imaginary part, coefficient of I, that is 15. And therefore modulus of Z is given by, it is under root of a square plus b square. So it is equal to under root of a, that is minus 8 square, plus b, that is 15 square. So it is equal to minus 8 square, that is 64, and 15 square, that is 225. Get it? So it is equal to under root of 5 and 4 and 5, that is 9, and 6 and 2, that is 8, and root of 289. And it is square root of this is mod of z is equal to 17. We know that 17 square is equal to 289. So mod of z is equal to 17. So next we find here theta. Amplitude of z is given by theta is equal to tan inverse of b upon a. Tan inverse of b upon a. So it is equal to tan inverse of, we put the value of b, that is 15 upon a minus 8. 15 upon minus 8. Now take this minus sign outside the tan inverse. Tan inverse. So it is minus tan inverse 15 upon 8. And again here 15 upon 8 is not in the table of tan. So we put as it is. So theta is equal to minus tan inverse of 15 upon 8. This is the solution of the third problem. Now fourth problem here. Fourth problem. Z is equal to minus 3 in the bracket 1 minus I. Z is equal to, or here given minus 3 in the bracket 1 minus I. This is the fourth problem. Minus 3 in the bracket 1 minus I. So we call this as Z. So Z is equal to minus 3 in the bracket 1 minus I. We multiply by minus 3 inside the bracket. So minus 3 into 1, that is minus 3. This minus and minus plus 3i. It is equal to, suppose, a plus bi. So the value of a is here. Therefore a is equal to minus 3 and b is equal to 3. Get it? Coefficient of I. So mod of z is given by, it is equal to under root of a square plus b square. A square plus b square. So mod of z is equal to under root of this minus 3 square plus 3 square. So it is equal to under root of minus 3 square, it is 9, plus here also 9. So mod of z is equal to under root of 9 plus 9, that is 18. So we write this 18 as 9 into 2. 9 2s are 18. Take the square root of 9, that is 3. So 3 into root of 2 is the mod z. Now here amplitude of z. Amplitude of z is given by theta is equal to tan inverse of b upon a. Theta is equal to tan inverse of b upon a. Now here we put the value of b and a. B is here 3 and a is minus 3. Now here we must know one concept, that is these are the coordinate axis, x axis and y axis. This plane, this x axis and y axis, divide the plane into 4 parts. We call this as the first quadrant, this as second quadrant, this as third quadrant and fourth quadrant, we know. Here the coordinates are plus and plus, both coordinates, that is x coordinate plus y coordinate plus, we know. Here x coordinate minus y coordinate plus. Here x coordinate minus y coordinate also minus. Here x coordinate plus, this is the plus, x coordinate plus and y coordinate minus. We know this. Here all trigonometric ratios are positives. Here sine and its reciprocal cosec are positive. Here tan and its reciprocal cot are positive. Here cos and its reciprocal sec are positive. What about for the remaining trigonometric ratios in this quadrant? 4 remaining trigonometric ratios. Sine and cosec positive, then 4 are negative. Here tan and cot are positive, remaining 4 are negative. Here cos and sec are positive in this quadrant, so remaining 4 are negative in this quadrant. We remember this, all student takes coffee. All students takes coffee. All in the first quadrant, student S in the second quadrant, T takes in the third quadrant, C coffee in the fourth quadrant. All students takes coffee, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Get it? Means here all are positive, here sine and it's a reciprocal, cosec positive, here t for tan and it's a reciprocal, cot positive, here c for cos and it's a reciprocal, sec is positive. Now what is the for this problem? Now in this problem here z is equal to a plus bi, it is represented by the point -3 3 in the plane. So this point is -3 3. In which quadrant it lies? So minus and plus. X coordinate is minus, y coordinate is plus, means it lies in the second quadrant. It lies in the second quadrant. So theta should be in the second quadrant. This is the concept. So here we write -3, a is -3, b is 3. Get it? A is -3, b is 3. Lies in second quadrant. And now we put the value of theta. Theta is equal to tan inverse of. Put the value of b. B is here 3. A is here -3. And so theta we get here tan inverse of -1. Tan inverse of -1. We take minus sign outside this tan inverse. So minus tan inverse of 1. And this 1 is the value in the tan table. We know the table of tan. Table of tan. That is tan of, for 0 degree it is 0, 30 degree it is 1 upon root 3, 45 degree it is 1, 60 degree it is root 3, and 90 degree it is infinity. We know this, the table of tan. Here 1 is the value for which angle? 45 degree. So 1 is the value for 45 degree. But here minus sign. So how to find this? If we take here, for this purpose we carry this tan to left side. So tan of theta is equal to here minus, okay, here we take theta is equal to tan inverse of -1. Now carry this tan to left side. So we get tan theta. So tan theta is equal to -1. Tan theta is equal to -1. And 1 is the value for tan of which angle? 45 degree. Tan of 45 is 1. So we write here tan of theta is equal to minus, and 1 is tan 45 degree. 45 degree means it is pi by 4 radian. Always write in radian measure. But here left side is positive and right side is negative. Get it? Why it is negative? Because this angle lies in the second quadrant. Point lies in the second quadrant. So angle is in the second quadrant, means it must be from 90 degree to 180 degree. Here 90 degree and here 180 degree. So our angle should be into 90 to 180. And in the second quadrant, here sine and cosec is positive, tan is negative, here tan is negative. But angle is less than 180 and greater than 90. So how to remove this minus sign? Because on the left side it is positive. So tan of theta is equal to here tan of, it is less than 180. 180 means pi. So tan of pi minus this angle pi by 4. Tan of pi minus this angle pi by 4. 180 less than 180, but how much? Here it is the pi by 4. So tan theta is equal to tan of pi minus pi by 4. And now we cancel tan on both sides. Here tan, cancel this. And therefore we get theta is equal to pi minus pi by 4. Pi minus pi by 4. Take subtraction. So theta is equal to pi into 4 that is 4 pi minus pi divided by 4. 4 into pi, 4 pi minus pi divided by 4. So theta is equal to 4 pi minus pi, that is 3 pi upon 4. We get here theta as a 3 pi by 4. Now check whether this angle lies in the second quadrant. Pi by 4, 45. Pi by 4, 45. Into this 3 5 is a 15. 1, 3 4 is a 12. 12 and this one 13. So 135 degree. So 135 degree lies in the second quadrant because second quadrant is from 90 degree to 180 degree and it is 135 degree, so it is in the second quadrant. So here theta is 3 pi by 4 and modulus of z is 3 root of 2. So in this way we find here amplitude of z. When we find amplitude of z, we have to take here in consideration that where this point lies. This point lies in the second quadrant and then find out theta. So use this formula. So in this way we completed here fourth problem. Next problem here, fifth problem, z is equal to minus 4 minus 4i. Fifth problem, 4 minus 4i. 4 minus 4i. Here minus sign, minus 4 minus 4i. Now consider this as z. Z is equal to minus 4 minus 4i. It is equal to a plus bi. Compare with a plus bi. And therefore we get here a is equal to minus 4 and b also minus 4. Real part is 4, imaginary part is 4. So modulus of z, it is equal to under root of a square plus b square. Get it? So this is equal to under root of, put the value of a here, minus 4 its square plus b as a minus 4 square. So it is equal to under root of minus 4 square is 16 plus here minus 4 square is again 16 and 16 plus 16 that is equal to under root of 32. So it is equal to mod of z. Under root of this 32 we write 16 to the 32 and take the square root of 16 that is 4. So 4 root 2, this is the mod of z. We can find mod of z in the straight way. Now here we have to find amplitude. So amplitude of z, it is given by theta is equal to tan inverse of b upon a. Now here this point, which is here point is minus 4 and this minus 4 lies in which quadrant? Lies in fourth quadrant. See here minus 4 minus both are minus. Sorry, it lies in the third quadrant. Both are minus, so it lies in the third quadrant. And therefore theta is equal to tan inverse of b upon a. We put the value of b and a. Therefore theta is equal to tan inverse of b minus 4a minus 4 minus get cancelled, 4 get cancelled. So theta is equal to tan inverse of here 1. This and this get cancelled. Now we have to find the value of theta. So carry this tan inverse to left side. We get tan of theta. Tan of theta is equal to 1. And we know that 1 is the value for tan of 45 degree. 1 is the value for tan of 45 degree. So tan theta is equal to tan of 45 degree means pi by 4. So if we cancel now here tan and here tan theta, we get pi by 4. And pi by 4 means 45 degree, it lies in the first quadrant. But just we have seen here this minus 4 lies in which quadrant? Third quadrant. This point lie in the third quadrant, so angle should be in the third quadrant. But if we cancel here tan and tan, we get pi by 4 and it lies in the first quadrant. It is wrong. So how to take here? So here see tan is positive in the third quadrant, also first quadrant. So the solution is in the first quadrant or in the second quadrant. Third quadrant here. This is the third quadrant. Tan is positive in the first quadrant and third quadrant. and theta is in the first quadrant, we have to convert it into third quadrant. In third quadrant it is pi plus angle 180 plus, third quadrant from 180 to 270 degree. 180 means pi radian, 270 means 3 pi by 2. Here it is 3 pi by 2 and here it is pi. Here it is pi by 2. Here it is 0 or 2 pi. Now here it is equal to tan of theta. So in this case we write tan of theta is equal to tan of, we take this 180 plus, that means pi plus this pi by 4. Pi plus pi by 4. Why we take like this? Because this point lies in third quadrant. So we take pi plus this angle pi by 4, and now we cancel tan and tan. So theta is equal to pi plus pi by 4. So theta is equal to pi into 4, that is 4 pi plus pi upon 4, and so we get theta is equal to 4 pi plus pi, that is 5 pi by 4. 5 pi by 4. So we get theta as a 5 pi by 4, which lies in the third quadrant. So this is the appropriate value of theta, and here mod z as 4 into root of 2. So in this way we have completed here fourth problem. So we stop here. Thank you.